hope that means it was ready. Okay, it looks ready. Bum, 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 bum. Yep. Okay, here we are. Gorgeous. All right. Apologize, it took me a little while to get started. Hello. Welcome to a Spriting stream. I don't know. That's that's really it. Oh, I do want I need some reference real quick. Just because I know I'm going to need it. Because today I am spriting a Fakemon here that is kind of, I see it as a bit of like one of the like sort of regional convergent evolution mons. So I'm gonna need as reference the original. So that's what I'm doing now, is I'm just getting that all assembled. Is it? Wait, let me just check. Is this not on shuffle mode? It was not. That's why it went straight to another Spirit Track song. Oh, I'm very good at this. Okay. Sprites, black and white. So if it wasn't clear, this is going to be one that's tied to Joltek. I don't know I have that. So I'm just going to have Joltek open as a reference. Scaling for this is similar to Joltek, but Joltek is notably, yeah, a larger sprite. Like if I was to stick Joltek over this, I'm going to show you just how big Gen 5 Joltek is on top of this. He's a bit bigger. So keep in mind, this is going to be a little tricky to downscale it further. But that's my plan. So I'm going to try to do here. So I'm going to make sure that the volume's not too loud. Yeah, it might be a little loud on songs that are less quiet. Okay, let me get reference. I always feel nervous when I'm doing these with the music in the background. Okay, that doesn't sound too bad. Never mind. I'm just crazy. All right, so yeah, this little guy is heavily based on Joltek. Its name is Revoltek, and it is the poison type. My plan for it is to be poison bug type. So that's kind of what to expect from it. So I need the starting color. think that's kind of where I want to start. Oops. There we are. Okay. So we have a head here. So I'm going to start with that. Oops. I've not done pixel art in this super recently, so some of my tools aren't set up right. Okay. Okay, well that's a perfectly circular head. Now I want to try to skew it a bit. Oops. No. That. Alright, maybe if I did it this way, that would make more sense. No. That might work, because there's also going to be some additional detail to the face shape. Yeah, I think that's not bad. Well, I guess if I'm going to add the detail later anyways, I might as well keep it like this. Okay, so starting from here. All right. So then behind that, we have the body. And the body, my plan for it is to kind of have this be like an unfed tick, so like and I want it to be like a little bit like flat looking. Oh, you know what I could do? I'm gonna kind of do this the whole way around. Okay. I think one thing I do need to do skew it a little more like that. Okay. There we go. Yeah. Though it does look like it's still a little too tall. So I'm going to do that. But I'm also going to kind of soften this approach. Okay. So I'm gonna do the legs starting in like a true black because it's gonna be tricky for me to get the exact positioning and sizing right. So Joltik's legs are a little wide, so this one's are gonna be like a little narrower. I want to try to get one sort of prototype foot, or prototype leg rather. Joltik's legs are below the body, so I think that is something I want to kind of preserve here. One thing I might do. Alright, there we go. Flip that. Just a little bit of that leg kind of peeks out there. Let's flip this. Not that this is going to be the color that the legs are going to be, I just wanted to add a separator there to make it easier to tell those two apart. Now, it might be beneficial for me to bump this up by 1. Which would put another pixel there. Not there. Would also put a pixel here. Cool. Though this does give me a good kind of starting color for an important part of this design, which is going to be its little spot. I think a deer tech has a spot like this. And then I'm going to need 2 little mandibles. That come straight down. Easy peasy. Though I will actually need to put those in a slightly different position, so I'm going to take that. Because I'm going to need to determine what the center point of this face is. So, pop that forward like that. See, that needs to be there. Then right above this, there needs to be eyes. Okay, they did a steeper angle than that, so I think kind of my best course of action is going to be to do this. And then I'm going to like soften the edges there. Though I could slightly tweak the shaping as well, and that'll add a little character to it. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna need another color just to differentiate this. So on its face, to kind of match how Joltik has like the little spikes that frame the face, I want to add to this sort of these like little things that stick out. Okay. Okay. That's working. Okay. So I'm gonna get rid of the black from the legs for now. I'm gonna add it back when I do the AA pass, but for now, I think I do want the red legs actually, to have them stand out more from the other colors that I've got going on. Gish red legs. Okay. Boop. Just quick and heavy-handed. Colors. Wow, he is an ugly little guy for now. All right. And I'm going to tweak these colors. Obviously, these are non-final. So they go for, yeah, not quite a full white, but we kind of akin to something like this. Actually, I want to do a relatively like extreme highlight here to help sell the flatness. not too bad. I need to add some shading colors to the little sticky offy bits. Okay. Okay. That's not half bad. Alright, how many colors are we at? I'm still within color limits, which is good. So I think some key things I want to start doing here is tweaking the colors, getting them more towards what I sort of wanted them to be. So I want this body to be a little darker and more saturated. A little glossy. This color overall needs to be like in the mid-tone. It needs to get to be like a little deeper of a color. So that's my mid-tone now. Okay, 70 there, and then and this needs to be like 55 or so with a slightly higher saturation. Yeah, that's not bad. And then this, I might entirely change the color of this because I don't want this to be too spinneracky, and I feel like this is kind of spinneracky right now, color-wise, right? Yeah, because Spinnerack, it doesn't have, it has red mandibles, and yellow legs, but like, you gotta admit, that's not far off from a green body with red legs and yellow mandibles. So I think my plan to kind of push a level of differentiation here, is going to be to kind of like push this away from yellow. So I think my plan for it is honestly to just do take this, and honestly I'm just gonna turn it, I think, let's see where this goes. If this works nicely, then we're good. If this doesn't work nicely, I'm going to be sad. Value, like, there. Okay, I think that works pretty well. I think the one thing I would need, so I forgot to make this based on the new thing here. So let's do that. That should be good. Trying to see what can I do with this. Tweak the color space more. I'm like looking at it on this screen as well because it is slightly different colors. Don't know. I feel like I need to use this purple more, but I'm trying to figure out like where I can right now. I could maybe. Something like that. Bring a little more in. That's much better. That feels good to me. Can maybe have the tips of its feet be purple? No, because then I would have to do that there, and I would get too close with all these purples. That might have to be it. I might have to say that's good before I ruin it. Okay. So I'm gonna just save this little guy. Revoltic. Poison bug. Okay. That is officially the smallest sprite of this set. Wow, he is tiny. Look at him! He is so small. Wow. Like, genuinely tiny. Like, again, next to, like, a Joltik, he's tiny. Like, like I've just put one on top of a jewel tick. Let me see if I can switch which GIMP window is the main one. Look at him. He could like straddle one right now. Like a normal jewel tick. That's so funny looking. Goofy little dude. Alright, back to this one. I think I could do like a weird mid-tone between this and the face as one last color. Like a weird averaging of the two. Oh, what a weird color that is. Wow, what have I made? Alright, how's that look? Huh. Alright, well. I think I'll just do this. I need one that's lighter. Lighter still. Yeah, I think that works well. And now I have officially maxed the color palette on this tiny sprite. Oh man, that's funny. Ta-da! Alright, so just saved over the sprite that exists. That should show over on the screen now. Alright, shiny time. Let's go with the main body. go darker and less less saturated. And more gloss. Okay. Yeah. But what way to take the little tick body? Well, I could take this kind of like red that's meant to like evoke blood, obviously. Let's up the saturation a bit. I think I should up the saturation on all of these by like 5. All right. Now I need to cross these two to get the color that needs to be on the face here. So eye color top. Okay, that actually got me a similarly, that's a color type result, which is good. It's a good sign. It's a sign that I did something right. All right, now I need to take that color. And replace this color with it. We're getting there. For the purple, oh, we could do like toxic, glowing, like neon green. Let's do that. Let's go wacky with this. That. Oversaturation. Okay. Could stand to darken that more. Oh, he's weird. I like him. All right. That'll be your shiny little guy. Technically HSV. Technically. So I just read your thing in our big brain chat. So actually, I'm wondering, can I show what GIMP's color picker options are? Can I do that? Is that a thing I can do? It is. Okay. So this is the color picker I work with. So you can see that I have, you know, your hue column, and then like two-dimensional grid that moves along the value, going left to the right, and saturation going up and down. So basically, this is the 2D slice, like the 2D cross section of the kind of HSV cube that's used in this. or I guess you could say cube or rectangle, really. And then this is what determines what layer I'm cutting that cross section at. So I think the concept, so this is, I have no idea what does this do? What does this slider do? Oh, this is like a paintbrush. Like you dip it in it and it changes the color that you've picked. Oh, that's the pressure with which I'm mixing colors. That's weird. So printer CMYK options. We got this little bad boy. We got this. I have no idea what this is. What are you? Palette? Okay. So yeah, this is a wheel. That's watercolor, that's CMYK, and that's GIMP. So I use this one by default. That's what I'm used to. But I think what I was trying to get at with the idea of HSL that I was talking about, so for people who don't know, there's like multiple different color space models. There's kind of a joke that programmers think of color in RGB values. So that's like the R, G, and B here. So like 78, 140, 54 is this specific RGB value. Or if we were to look at like my, so this is my channel purple, blue color. That's 630,191. In RGB, or in HSV, that's 260,175. HSL and HSV are very similar. HSV stands for hue saturation value, and HSL stands for like hue saturation luminance. And I think the specific argument I'd heard in the past is that using things that have luminance values instead of values is generally more artistically inclined, because when you're thinking artistically, you're thinking from a perspective of human perception. How is a person going to look at this? So like, you know, you see this is 260, 175. The value of 75, if I was to like grayscale this, while I have like, say, this color here that's also at a 75, this color here is much brighter than, you know, the one that I was at earlier. There, it's a much brighter color than this. So the 75 is like a relative 75. It is 75% of the maximum brightness at this hue and this saturation. Whereas from an artistic standpoint, it makes more sense to consider maximum brightness, like as a human would perceive, maximum brightness is white. So usually like a luminance value type thing scales more accurately, I guess, to how bright something's going to look in the end. So like if I was to translate this exact color, 3F00BF in HTML notation, if I was to translate that exact color into a like into an HSV, or sorry, into an HSL system, it would still have the same hue and the same saturation, but the luminance value goes from 75 to 37.5, because if I was to set this value to 100, this color here, 5400FF, this color is actually at a luminance value of 50. It's only ever half as bright as pure white. And from like a computer perspective, HSV is very accurate to what a computer is displaying, because it's, you know, you're telling it to take this, you know, RGB value and display it at the brightest it can while maintaining this hue value. So just to maintain a hue of 260 and a saturation of 100, my value at 100 is equal to a luminance of 50. And then if I was to grayscale it, the luminance would be the same as a gray at a value of 50. Like if that makes sense. So it's like HSL is more accurate when you grayscale it. And that's because its understanding of brightness is more inclined or more in line with like what we would perceive as brightness, and makes more sense at a fundamental level to like just a person looking at it. So like HSL is kind of seen, if I'm remembering the correct one, is seen as like more artistic in that it's more human centric. It's like a human will look at it and seeing a luminance value or a luma value of 100 will immediately click to them as, oh, I must be looking at white. But if it was 99, it could be an off-white. That's like a slightly duller color or a slightly darker color, but with a little bit of a saturation somewhere. Whereas with this, you don't get that suggestion. You don't understand. Like there's like, you'll sometimes see like with this green here, I had to fiddle with the shading colors. With this green here. See, we'll switch over. No, I have to switch it back. Don't mind me. So with this green here, on these, I had to fiddle with the values of the colors because this green has different luminance scaling than the purple did. So while I often will like default to a value change of like roughly 15 per color step, or like per shading step, the green here didn't have as much contrast between those because this is a brighter color on its own. So I had to increase the step from 15 to 20, so that it was still having noticeable like value or noticeable like brightness changes. If I was working in like an HSL system, then if I was tweaking the luminance in a set amount, it would always have like the same amount from white to black change in brightness. Like it will always be the same percentage brightness that those steps are like going down in. Very nerdy, artsy thing. And I don't remember where I saw it. I think it was like a video that was literally this like, why you shouldn't use value or something. It was like the title of it or some crap. And I was like, what do you mean, why shouldn't I use value? And I like watched it and I was like, oh, I guess that makes sense. And they were saying like from an artistic standpoint, if you're making art and you want it to be readable by, by people, the easiest system to do it in is like an HSL system. Which like as far as the color picker goes, the closest one that GIMP has, I think, is like the little triangle one. That's like the closest you can get in GIMP. But there are like some apps, like I think they use like Photoshop or something, I don't know. But like if you were to drag the saturation, you could increase the saturation, but you'll start to see it will decrease your luminance because it like is tethered together. It's an interesting system. But anyways, I should move on to the next sprite. So this next one, the sketch is a little goofy looking, I'm gonna admit. Full admission, it's a little goofy looking. So this is the start. This here, not accurate. This is going to change. The outline should be mostly accurate, shouldn't need a lot of change. This needs changed. this is Queensicle. And I'm gonna let that name like kind of speak for itself for a bit while I get started on spriting it. And if I switch... No, selecting another window does not do anything. Okay. That's fine. So I need like a good... orange creamsicle color. So I'm gonna start with the outline. I'm gonna outline the like main body here first. So if this is the front, I could have I could have one of these here. Like this isn't necessarily a problem. Yes. Yeah. And so like that's kind of why it's seen, because that's why I described it as like a Fahrenheit Celsius sort of deal, where it's like some people describe Celsius as like, yeah, it's water hot. Water hot is 100 degrees. Exactly. Yeah. Yep. And that was basically the premise of the video that I'd watched on it. Was just kind of indicating like, hey, if you want to do something artistically, it's best to work in the system that more clearly indicates how bright something actually will be perceived, rather than in this like kind of loosely defined system where it's like, yeah, it's as bright as you can go while you have those two things. Instead of tethering them all together and having them be these guaranteed values that are like so quickly read by a person. You have like this weird system. Kind of defining the colors instead. Yeah, yeah. Okay. That's kind of working. So, maybe... Mm-hmm. It feels a little more organic. Okay. This thing's looking weird, but I think I'm getting somewhere. Is that somewhere good? We'll find out. Alright, and there's a good, like, wooden stick color. If I do this on another layer. I can make that. Okay. 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 Yeah, that works. I think I'm just going to use shading to convey an edge there. I could maybe do a little bit here, you know? To kind of hint at it. Yeah. 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 All right. The question is, do I keep the arm concept that I had of more sticks? Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a fair analogy. Okay, well, I could take this. And I could rotate this 90 degrees for a full rotation. Whoops. Whoopsies. 90. Why are you not working? Okay. Okay. This gives me a better starting point than what I had. Or maybe what I had was a better starting point. Yeah, this is kind of a better starting point. So I think I'll start from here. Thinner stick. Yeah. Yeah, they definitely have pros and cons, and I think that's kind of why, like, because, like, for me, being slightly more technically minded, I appreciate the rigidity of HSV, because, like, while I can't technically with an HSV color space have, like, a true understanding of, like, what's gray and what's light gray, you know, if I was to grayscale my image, it gives me an understanding of what is the brightest this color can go. While maintaining that color, you know, that specific, you know, hue and saturation. I think that is more valuable to me as someone who thinks, you know, a little less, I guess, analog with colors. I don't know, something about it feels more like, yes, I raised this by 15 and now I have 15% of the maximum brightness of this color. Like, I don't know. Yeah, something kind of like that. Can I just flip this? I think I want to take these. I'm going to do 4. Success. Yeah, that's fair. I want a nice, like, creamy off-white sort of color. I need to sort of, yeah, round that out more. That up here. Ooh, that, I don't know why, that tiny tweak to the top of the like whipped cream head immediately just was like, yeah, that's perfect. That is the shape. It was just like, and then it just locked in. Oh man. I did not get the eye shape quite how I wanted it to be, so this eye is going to be pretty different compared to what's here. I'm just gonna get like a rough face in. I had the eyelashes. Do I do it like this? Ooh, ooh, yes, like that, and I'm gonna make them blue, like they're ice crystals. That's the strat. Okay, so that's the head. Oops. This is the body for now. Ooh, and then I can take this color again. Okay, so that... my rough popsicle stick color. Okay, let's bring that more. These shades of blue. Do I do... I think white. I think white looks cooler. But I think it has to be like at the top. Make it look glossy. This will be... Okay. Oh, I think I should do this, but with the this one should be a lighter color, actually. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, and then I need something on like the dress here to really... So I need to add some more dress. It might make more sense for this one to be in front here. Yeah. Yeah. I still need a pattern on this. To give her a sense of like, I don't know, royalness. I know. I do want to keep that so that I can do this a little bit. I want this to be somewhat intricate. Alright, that might be as intricate as that can get. No, I might need to reposition it slightly. Okay, all right. I think that works pretty well. That adds a little something to it at least. And then I think at the center, I'd like to have sort of a thing. Okay. I don't think it's needed on those. Okay. It's working. That's working. Okay. I'm gonna need to tweak the lighting a little bit. Well, I think I can keep this because I'm gonna change that color anyways. Like this isn't the final outline color there. So now I'm gonna go back through and do kind of my sort of like blackout pass, I guess. I'd say this is a marked improvement over the original. Oh my god. Wow. I kind of wanted this to feel something sort of like in line with like the Vanilux line. So I guess this is a very Unova heavy sprite stream, but at least in its inspirations. Please don't be too many. We are right up on the color limit. Yeah, because I'm at 16 with this bonus one, so. Alright. So let's start really like locking in the colors here. Okay. Yeah, that makes more sense. That looks right. Okay, so that's the way to go. I think I do need to darken this a little more. So I'm gonna take this color and make the lighter version. Okay, let's add some more saturation back. Add some more saturation back. Yeah, that works. Okay, take that. That looks pretty good. Could maybe add like a little... Like I've been debating, like, do I add like a little like tiara? Kind of like goes... Nah, I don't think it works for it. I think this looks nice. I think that works better as a lighter color. There we go. Re-index you. Yep. Only up to 15 colors. Which is exactly where it needs to be. Man, I am shocked by how good that one turned out. I had very little confidence in it when I did the like initial sketch. Wow, that is an improvement. So this is Queensicle. Ice. Oh, I've been debating, do I add another type? Or is it just pure ice? I think I already hit my, yeah, I've hit my fairy cap. I already did a fairy, because I realized like just recently I've only done up to 2 Pokemon of a given type. Like as in one where it's a primary type, one where it's a secondary type, and now I want to hold myself to that. Like it's like a challenge I have to commit to or something. So it's like it's restricting the ideas I have for possible typings. I think I've hit my allotment for grass. Yeah, because I did grass, and then I did cocotini, which is part grass. So this is not ice grass. I hit my allotment for fire, so it can't be ice fire. I think pure ice might be the best option. Yeah. I'll do it, pure ice. Yeah, also, do I want to do... No, I think it works better as the true black. So I'm going to... It's so much bigger. She is so much bigger than that little dude. Like, I'm gonna zoom in on this. Cause she's so much bigger. She makes him look tiny. I'm not gonna lie, I might have done the best, like, popsicle themed Fakemon with this. This is... I don't know, I feel like a lot of ones I've seen are a little awkwardly structured, a little awkwardly shaped. This one's awkwardly posed. But that's because I kind of imagine it moving like Vanillish and Vanillite, where it just kind of like floats around. But I don't know, I feel like, because I think of, oh, I can't remember what ROM hack this is, but it's like a one that's kind of like a Gen 3 style Fool's Gold type concept, where all the Pokemon are like different, and their version of Cottony. Was it Cottony? No. Oh, Jumpluff, sorry. Their version of Jumpluff was like popsicles. And because they were just like, you know, rectangles at posed angles, trust me, I've made the error of making a Fakemon design that was just a bunch of rectangles and it looked awful. Conceptually really cool, but it does not look good when you try to shoehorn a bunch of straight lines into pixel art and then put them at angles. That said, it is time to add a shiny for this. I think realistically, Fudgesicle is probably the best path to take. I could do the ones where it's chocolate outside and then like a different inside. I might do that. I might do like the fudge shell, but like a more caramely interior or something. I feel like that'll look very like regal and royal. So I need a good dark, like chocolatey color. That's our start. We get darker from here. Okay, I'm gonna set that a little lighter so that I can make this darker still. I'm gonna need this one to be front and center. Okay, light color. Honestly, it might be better to rein that hue back in. Less hue shift on this. Otherwise, it starts to look less like chocolate, so. Okay, and then the sticks. Okay. I think that looks pretty good. I think I do want to tone down the brightness of this a bit. Ah! Okay, that's better. Like that did not go the way I needed it to. Guess I do need it to go to 100. That looks pretty tasty, though. Cannot lie. It's a tasty, tasty looking Fakemon. That. Wow, that has been. It's a 2.5 hour Wednesday night stream. I thought the first one would be a little faster because it was so small. Because that was the thing, I was like, oh, I'm going to do a small one. So realistically, I should do more than one, because the small one's going to take, like 30 minutes, 40 minutes. I started talking about color spaces. Well, that is Revoltic and Queensicle. I am going to post like each one individually. When I post like the artwork and the thing. Well, no, I might post the thing, like the, I guess I'll post it on YouTube altogether. On like Twitter and Blue Sky and stuff like that. I'm going to do, just the one, like, full image, potentially. I'm not sure yet. Well, I'll post them somehow. I'll find a way that I am happy with to post them. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the couple new sprites that I did today. There's some good ones in there. And by good ones, I mean, I think both are pretty good. Pretty satisfied. Revoltic is the new smallest. I think Groby was the smallest before that, if you don't count its like fire. Cocotini might be kind of tied with that. But yeah. So I think I'm gonna end it here. So thank you so much if you joined me live or after the fact. Either way is cool with me as long as you had some fun. That said, I'm going to go do human things as humans do, and you probably should too. If you want to get design in here, also speaking of which, Keith, NPO, who was in chat today, was the one to come up with this duo for me. If you would like to have a Fakemon concept get used, please let me know. I will be taking ones for rock type, I believe. I think that's what's next, right? Yep, a rock type will be next. So I'm going to be taking those suggestions under the image of these two that I'll be posting here on YouTube soon after the stream. So, thank you so much. Did I say that part yet? Thank you so much. You joined me live or after the fact. Either was cool with me as long as you had some fun. Well, if I didn't say that, I just did. I did say that I'm going to go do human things as humans do, I think. I don't know. But yeah, I'm really happy with these ones, and be posting them around soon. Give them a like if you see them around. Yeah. I will see y'all. I should be streaming on Saturday. We shall see. But I should be. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do. I think there's a Splatfest this weekend. I think that's what the guitar, drums, and whatnot Splatfest happens. I might do that. I might not. Time will tell. Yeah. Goodbye. Heading out. Farewell.